all love talking about the top stars of wrestling. Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, MJF, the Usos, the Young Bucks. There's a bunch of content about them because they have totally smashed it. So today, we're gonna do the opposite. We shall stick to the smashing, but look to those who are doing incredible things under the radar and proving that wrestling is a wonderful bag of nonsense. Hello to you, my friends, as well, for I am Simon from What Culture. Please do hit that subscribe button, it will feel good. This is the 10 biggest secret geniuses in modern wrestling. Number 10, Penta El-Zero. The Lucha Brothers are one of the best tag teams around at the moment, mostly because they make no sense. Some of the things they do are amazing, and Phoenix gets a lot of praise for this, as he should. Which is why today we're going to look at Penta. He is equally as awesome in his own right, but it's his character work that needs a round of applause. Whether Death Triangle were tangled up in the Best of 7 series against the Elite, this shone bright, and it added a whole new layer to the madness. It began when Pac decided he really loved hammers and was happy to use this mid-match, and after a while, Penta bought in too. What rocked though is that he instantly tried to convince his brother to do the same, and basically did a mini heel turn without shouting about it. This was also attempted murder, but let's not worry about it. He can also shift from the light to the dark effortlessly as he understands the nuances, plus he can go with anyone. You can see him fly around with the Bucks and bleed with Jon Moxley. These are rites of passage. Penta is also crazy popular, and that is no fluke. This dude is doing top work. Number 9, MVP. MVP has spent the last few years taking all of his experiences and evolving into the best version of himself. Back in the day when he was pitched as the most valuable player, the man could go for sure, but these days there's a depth to him you can't fake. It's why when he returned in 2020, people took notice, and while Edge stole his thunder a little, MVP still went about his work to huge success. I mean, he made the Hurt Business mean something to the point we were all mad when Vince McMahon broke them up way too early, and he's ensured any time he's been on the other side of a Bobby Lashley feud, he treats it with the most importance possible. He is great. At the moment, he is also passing this joy across to Omos, and let's not pretend that's not working too. I've seen Reddit. The Homo sapiens are out in force. Do not forget that MVP does this without any gimmicks anymore either. Just plays himself, always makes sense, and is just a flippin' legend. We shall miss him when he's gone. Number 8, Toni Storm. Toni Storm joining AEW was a coup. She's only 27 years old, but is a veteran in her own right, and as we've seen, is incapable of having a bad match. She also has the ability to captivate people instantly. You need that. Storm has run the gambit so far too, as she's had bangers with other top talent like Jamie Hayter, but can also help the up-and-comers like Sky Blue. Most women who tangle with Storm come out the other side a lot better. We slipped a little bit with all that silly interim title stuff, but the championship is back around her waist at the moment, and now she's a mega heel, meaning the future is bright. She's also basically the present and the future. That is ridiculous. Number 7, PCO. So PCO isn't for everyone. In fact, the other day, I saw him pulling staples out of his head. So yeah, the story of his comeback has been amazing though, as after being Pierre the Quebecer in the mid-90s, he returned years later in Ring of Honor and just went nuts. With a weird new kind of gothic character and a thirst for danger, PCO was the talk of the town just because no one could believe the shift. PCO is doing the same in Impact now and doesn't show any signs of plowing down, plus he always gets some sort of a reaction. Once again though, if you have not seen a recent PCO match, I would go in there and just know that you're about to get some proper craziness. I mean, the man doesn't really give a damn. Number 6, Danhausen. Danhausen is one of my favorite wrestlers of the current day. The true genius of him is so many people roll their eyes when they first discover him, and within about a week, they've all forgotten that, and they've fallen in love with the man. He is the best. The whole premise is just to be as weird as funny as possible, but he does it so well it works. Fans gravitate towards it too, which is why he's a merchandise machine. All Danhausen really is too is a man in makeup talking in third person, and often sounding like Conan O'Brien. I don't really know how he came up with this, but again, that's the joy of it. The crowd always erupts when he turns up, as they did during his AEW debut when Adam Cole found him attached to a ladder. I am going to say he is this generation's Repo Man, and I don't mean that disparagingly. It just shows how much you can push sports entertainment and how that's okay. Makes me warm and fuzzy in my tum-tum. Number 5, the Great O'Khan. So everybody loves the Great O'Khan. One of the reasons is certainly what he's chosen to do in New Japan, as while the in-ring work is excellent, sometimes it is lacking in characters. enter the Great One. Returning to the scene with a new Mongolian-inspired look, the dude went from an anonymous young lion in black trunks to a proper exciting member of the roster. He even used a real-life act of heroism to enhance this after he saved a girl from some drunken idiots because he started to take his letter of commendation to the ring. I love this stuff. So the evolution has been a hoot so far, and long may it continue. Just keep doing weirder stuff all of the time. I need it. Number 4, Xavier Woods. Another one of my favorites, Xavier Woods can do it all. He's also one of the smartest and most giving wrestlers who you could hope to meet, because here is a guy who formed the New Day in the hope it would elevate friend Kofi Kingston. That's just lovely. Woods never really gets his due or wins a lot of matches, but even WWE understands his worth. He is a guy who can have a job for life if he wants, because what can't he do? Exactly. His attention to detail is also wonderful, as is his love of video games. And let's remember, he just started to play the trombone to get heat one day, achieved that, and then carried it on as a good guy to thunderous cheers. This is art, people. Xavier also never misses on the mic and is endlessly entertaining. And one day he will get his moment, and it'll be the best thing ever. I feel it in my bones. We're just gonna have to be patient. Number 3, Kairi. Is Kairi the best pirate in the history of professional wrestling? Yes, she is. It's a shame WWE never really got it because the joy we could have had with this, and it's all based on commitment. Should it work? Nope. But when Kairi arrives with her hat, ship wheel, and telescope, it's like the best person ever is about to have a fight. I think the main reason it clicks is because when she gets in the ring, she's an absolute killer, so you get the both sides when it comes to professional wrestling. We've got the gimmick, and we've got somebody who will rip your head off at a moment's notice. You damn right. As I speak, she is a free agent and every single company should be going after her. Kairi is a huge asset to anyone, and seemingly she's only going to get better. Also, she'll make you walk the plank. Number 2, Bayley. Bayley is never bad. Ever. Even when the hugger gimmick needed an upgrade, she was still excellent. It was just time for something different. Bales was the first person to realize this and made it happen. She shone through the pandemic era too, which WWE owes her a great debt for, and it's why she should be being pushed harder than she currently is. The whole division could be built off her back. She just needs the platform to do so. Bayley can also play heel or face with ease, and everything she did with Bianca Belair, Asuka, and of course Sasha Banks is well worth your time. In fact, that is the issue here. She's such an all-rounder, WWE knows that they can shift her here, there, and everywhere, so they do. This does happen a lot. It'll be interesting to see what happens when her contract is due, because everybody is going to be after Bayley. She is going to make some damn money, and she deserves every penny. Number 1, Orange Cassidy. This will come as no surprise if you do indeed listen to me talk on videos. While he does think otherwise, as far as I'm concerned, Orange Cassidy is one of the best wrestlers in the world. And this doesn't mean that he's the best in-ring performer or the best talker. Sometimes it's about the total package, and nobody gets modern wrestling more than the piece of fruit. Because look at it like this. He can be serious, he can be goofy, people are properly invested in him, and the international title run proves he's got that side down too. Kept telling stories as his hand got worse. It was riveting stuff. So many people crapped all over the gimmick too just because it was different, and yet here we are 4 years after it debuted on a bigger stage, and it still has life in it. Why? Slap your head? Because Orange knows what he's doing. I'm such a huge fan, it's disgusting to be honest, and one day he will win the big one. We did a video on this back in 2019, and I'm saying it again now. This man is the man, and I cannot wait to see what he does next. Know of any other secret geniuses in modern wrestling that we need to start talking about more? Make sure you let us know in the comments below before you like the video, share the video, and subscribe. You will also see another video on the screen right now for 10 major improvements WWE must make before WrestleMania 40, so check that out. And you can follow us at WhatCultureWWE and Simon316 on social media. My name is indeed Simon Miller, and as I'm recording this, I just learnt that we're getting Okada versus Bryan Danielson at Forbidden Door, and I'm feeling it in my Tootsie Toes. Goodbye.